subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Way back in 1972, you will all recall, many of you might not have been born. I was just a student at BCom and law, as I mentioned. That was when India had 97.5% income tax. It had 75% gift tax and 85% estate duty, 5% wealth tax. India had earned the title of the highest taxed nation in the world. That is what my budget guru, from whom I learnt in 1978-79 the art of budget analysis, because I've had a long journey of analyzing budgets ever since 1977. By a happy coincidence, Nirmala ji's this 22 budget has become the 47th budget for me in a row to analyze. I wish to tell my co-speakers, let us not just analyze and explain. Let us also try to be, as was said by Mahatma Gandhi, be part of the change we want to see. Because from those days of the 70s of the highest taxes, today we have ushered into a scheme where we can say that we are in the league of world-class tax rates and world-class tax administration. I'm sure other speakers will have views to offer on this. But before I come to my subject on this inspirational and motivational note, I wish to submit that let this Taxman's marathon today lead the light for the change that we may want the policy makers to consider in terms of the provisions of the Finance Bill 2022 that we shall discuss. I shall be referring myself to some of them. But if all of us partner together, I think we have a great future ahead. We have had a long journey. We've been fortunate to have a budget where the finance minister, backed by the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, has laid a roadmap for India at 100. With this future vision, we also want to carry the vision and mission of India's tax structure, India's tax administration ahead. We have seen challenges, and I only want to take 2 minutes to share through the memories as they come across to my mind some of the historic couplets of finance ministers as they shared over the years. I am reminded of Dr. Manmohan Singh when he rose to present the budget of July 91. I was in the House of the Parliament in Lok Sabha. That was the time when India was in dire straits. Gold had been flown to physically been required to be flown at the IMF's diktat to Switzerland. And that is when the doors for liberalization opened. That is when we had an economist come finance minister who did not lose hope and who saw the vision for India when he said, quoting Iqbal, यूनान मिस्र रोम सब मिट गए जहाँ से बाकी मगर है अब तक नामो निशा हमारा कुछ बात है कि हस्ती मिटती नहीं हमारी सदियां रहा है दुश्मन दौरे जहां हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. And in no time, the Indian economy started turning around. 10 years since then, when we had another finance minister, Yashwant Sinha, who was also fond of couplets, probably he too, became the harbinger of this change when he said, तकाज़ा है वक्त का कि तूफान से जूझो कहाँ तक चलोगे किनारे किनारे. He also said, let's chart a roadmap of our own. Our Arun Jaitley ji, in 2016, he was in his full bloom during his tenure of 14 to 19. And this couplet will be almost immortal when he said, कश्ती चलाने वालों ने जब हार कर दी पतवार हमें, लहर लहर तूफान मिले और मौज मौज मझधार हमें, फिर भी दिखाया है हमने और फिर ये दिखा देंगे सबको, इन हालातों में आता है दरिया पार करना हमें. And friends, we have indeed crossed the ocean. 2019, when Nirmala ji took over, even she had these two but beautiful lines to recite when she said, यकीन हो तो कोई रास्ता निकलता है, यकीन हो तो कोई रास्ता निकलता है, हवा की ओट भी लेकर चिराग जलता है. I think this chirag must have been inspired by one of the favorite couplets of Prime Minister Modi ji's compilation, and I will never forget. I think it is something for all of us to remember, because even amidst the challenges of the pandemic in the last 2 years, friends, India has risen to almost record a prolific, record-breaking economic GDP growth of 9% plus. The vision that the Prime Minister himself has when he often says, माना कि अंधेरा घना है,
माना कि अंधेरा घना है, लेकिन दिया जलाना कहाँ मना है.
दिया जलाना कहाँ मना है. So even amidst the darkness, let us try to light the lamp and not curse the darkness. Before I come to the proper subject of updated return, let me share with you, friends, the evolution we have all seen. There was a time when we were all, when June, July used to come and we would stand under an umbrella, queuing up before the income tax offices to file our paper returns with all those annexures and addendums. Times changed. We went into the era of e-returns, paperless returns. Then came CPC. CPC also has had a glorious track record amidst all challenges and difficulties of technology and various other challenges. It has done, I would say, a remarkable job. And I would like to, at this stage, make a particular mention of the CPC headed by its very dynamic chief, Dr. Sibichain Matthews. Dr. Matthews, if you are listening to me, this is a message for you. I want to compliment you and your entire team who have been doing a remarkable job at CPC, because 2022, Amritkal year, has evidenced that we receive our intimations not within days, not within hours, but we have instances where they are received within minutes. And gone are the days when refunds we had to wait and queue for our refunds. No longer anymore. Now, refunds come in no time, to the delight of the taxpayer. Of course, there is still a lot to be done on CPC issues, and on this occasion, I would only urge Taxmann that it's time that we take up our next project to deal with CPC related issues.